Good morning, everybody. At the outset, I thank the Indian Express Group and the Express Computer for giving me this opportunity to address you the keynote address. I have a session in the afternoon, but that also I was asked to combine the use of technology, so I'll try to blend both these two carefully. At this juncture of globalization and induced digital influences on individuals' socio-economic and economic fronts, no one can afford to isolate themselves from the digital world. So is the case of Nagaland, and for that matter, Northeastern region also have to align itself with the rapidly evolving digital dimensions and adjust ourselves with the changing socio-economic behavioral situations. The quick transition of economy from the old agrarian economy into digital economy by engaging wide-ranging technologies would be critical case of study for change management in macro terms for northeastern states of India. This transition is going to have far-reaching cascading impacts on socio-economic fundamentals, cultural assimilations, knowledge domains of societies, art and literature, etc. That entire digital ecosystem normally is largely based on the following. One is digital infrastructure. The second is operation and maintenance of information technology and communication systems. The third is government policies, regulation, and integration of digital attributes to the economy. Therefore, we need to work to our approaches, challenges, possibilities, and carefully evaluate them to avoid any unpleasant hiccups. While the digital infrastructure, operation, and maintenance verticals are mostly related to tangible actions, the larger issue is the prospects of reaping the benefits of digital economy, and this would immensely depend on the government foresightedness, adaptability, and its approach to integrate the digital transition into an economy for sustainable benefits and advancements of society. There are certain critical and delicate aspects which should be addressed by the respective state governments of northeastern states, such as framing government policies, favoring integration of digitization process for promotion of economy. Normally, the government's job is not to do business, but sometimes we do business, that's a mistake. But the government's job is to facilitate business, and hence, in principle, the private sectors are to be promoted in a decent professional way in the northeastern region. The government should invite and promote technological innovations in digital platforms in which the local resources and the inherent competitive advantage can be harnessed. The digital success of a state would predominantly be dependent on customer experience as to what the customers prefer and how we can improve the experience. In order to achieve this, a digital culture is to be developed by the state by addressing requirements of people and integrating them to the digital applications. This can be as much an art as it is a science and will serve as a key to maximizing state digital returns on investment. This is what I strongly feel. And I personally feel that this conference is all about putting the northeastern region at par with other states insofar as information technology and e-governance is concerned. I feel a national or regional progress depends upon how its people think, how its thoughts are transformed into action, and now it is time for the people of northeastern region of India to think together and allow the young minds in the region to blossom with full confidence to compete with the rest of the country in all spheres of human development. It is felt that young people of Northeastern region can be innovators, creators, builders, and leaders of the future with the right kind of policies in place. And for that, the government responsibility is very high. In conclusion, I would like to mention that the success of enabling digital ecosystem in Northeastern region would largely depend on how each of us as a state and as an individual strives to position ourselves uniquely and competitively to face the challenges in the entire race of digitization and digital economy through proper use of available digital technologies. With this short note, I'll go to the presentation. Now I'll tell about what small things we are doing in the state of Nagaland. Yeah. Black out. This is next. Which one? This one. Down. Down. Okay. This is next. Okay. Yeah. Good governance is, in my opinion, is a thing that ensures that political, social, and economic priorities are based on broad consensus in society, and that the voices of the poorest and the most vulnerable are heard in decision-making over the allocation of development resources. Now, if governance includes the exercise of authority in managing the resources of a country or state, then good governance is about making sure that this exercise of power helps improve the quality of life enjoyed by all citizens. The pillars of good governance, basically there are three institutions: the government, the private sectors, the civil society. As far as the Northeastern region is concerned, so far we have been concentrating heavily on government, and it's the private sector and the civil society which has to rise up and participate in national development for the development of Northeastern region. How to determine whether governance is good? Although the list is long, the importance are accountability and transparency, effectiveness, fairness, to improve trust between citizens and government, trust between citizens and institutions, and of course, reduction in corruption. Technologies that are in use for good governance, in short, are social media, biometric attendance and websites, public grievance redressal systems, e-tendering systems, mobile seva, e-office, direct cash transfer, and Aadhaar-enabled payment systems. Now, use of technologies, these are also part of it: immigration, visa and foreign registration and tracking, artificial intelligence and video analytics, crime and criminal tracking network systems, interoperable criminal justice systems, enterprise architecture. The enterprise architecture in the state of Nagaland, we have proposed with the Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology. They say they have a shortage of fund, but we feel that this is a solution to the state of Nagaland, for that matter, the whole Northeastern region, because in this concept, whatever hardware is already available, whatever software is not available, is already available, they will not be wasted. They will be integrated. And whatever is to come in future, the platform will be created. So all the government departments, citizen-centric services, the public, we can interact on one platform. But to put such a thing on one platform, the security aspect has to be very robust. So we are tying up with the E-Governance Academy of Estonia. They have an e-highway called X Road that has survived the cyber attack by Russia in 2007. So they have a systems which is immune to cyber attacks. So they are willing to give that e-highway X Road to us. So we are still in the planning stage, pursuing with the government of India. Hopefully we'll succeed. Now, artificial intelligence, yesterday a lot of people have talked about it. It's, it's sometimes called machine intelligence. Artificial intelligence in the way is making a computer controlled robot or software to think intelligently in the similar manner the intelligent human beings thinks. So far, we feel that human beings are considered more intelligent. We are much more ahead of machines. But I think for the first time in the history of mankind, now we'll be having machines which are more intelligent than human beings. And in this era, the northeastern region, we also all have to be very careful, adapt ourselves, adjust to the systems. Otherwise, a machine being more intelligent than human being is exciting, but it's also going to be a very dangerous trend. So this artificial intelligence, it's such a thing, it will not be only of microprocessors and softwares. It'll combine mathematics, it'll combine biology, neuron science, psychology, computer science, philosophy and sociology. The most dangerous part is the psychology. Machine will be able to read psychology, and based on the psychology of what it perceives, it will start acting. So when a machine knows the psychology of a person and start acting, unless our data are correctly in place, we are indeed moving to a very dangerous trend. So this, I think, all the northeastern regions, we have to be very careful in the coming years. Now, some of the things which we are doing in the northeastern, in the Nagaland, I'll just highlight quickly. Nagaland is the first to take, in India, to take over the state portal and state service delivery gateway core infrastructure project. Other states have done later. Nagaland is the only state in India where the state IT department is running the state data center without engaging data center operator. This, we support private intervention, but the data center operator which was running the thing went bankrupt. They could not pay EPF, they could not pay income tax, so left with no other way, the state has to take over. Nagaland is also the only state in India where the state is acting as customer service center agency without engaging. Here also, the same story, the private company which came failed and we have to take over the load. Nagaland is the first state in northeastern region to start the pilot project for national information infrastructure. We have commissioned on 6 January 2017, and other 6 states, they are yet to commission. And in this NII project, we have introduced a concept of wireless ring. We often hear of optical fiber ring, but wireless ring is not much popular in this part of in India. We have created a ring, and the entire district of Peren in Nagaland is now fully, we have given a carpet coverage, all the villages, all police stations, all administrative headquarters, all schools, all colleges are covered with this National Information Infrastructure Pilot Project. Nagaland is the first state in northeastern region to introduce Aadhaar-based biometric attendance system in the state civil secretariat. That we have done 2 years back. And now, under the guidance of the present Honorable Chief Minister and others, state government has taken a decision that all government departments will have a Aadhaar-based biometric systems, and we have implemented in all the government directorates. So as of now, all the departments in Nagaland are biometric having biometric attendance systems. Nagaland State E-Governance Society, which is functioning under, we have also got ISO certificate because we had in mind to do joint ventures with some foreign countries. Now, E-District is an important mission mode project where Government of India is taking, in which most of the citizen-centric services are put in place. Nagaland is at par with states of Haryana, West Bengal, Gujarat, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. In the #1 ranking, there are 7 states in which Nagaland is one of them. Now, the broad vision of Nagaland, which I would like to share with you. Our aim is to make Nagaland an informational technology hub through setting up of world-class business process outsourcing, knowledge process outsourcing for Northeastern region and Southeast Asia. We want to provide high internet bandwidth to every Panchayat village. For that, we are now coordinating with Department of Telecom, and they're willing to allow the state of Nagaland to go for full aerial OFC along power transmission line instead of underground OFC, which is not successful. Also, we have got the initial approval from Niti Aayog for the extension of national information infrastructure to cover the remaining districts. Our other vision is to transform Nagaland into a digital society through transparency and accountability, to enable government departments to have e-office to deliver services promptly to citizens through online systems, to bring about a complete comprehensive IT literacy initiative throughout the state, to generate direct and indirect employment for the unemployed youth through various IT-related services, to promote knowledge economy and increase the GDP of the state through the use of ICT, to promote electronic financial transaction using virtual bank branches operating from customer activated terminals, smartphones, and other electronic accessories, to ensure cyber security, information security, and prevent data corruption and fraudulent practices. So we are reaching all the way to Estonia for this. To promote telemedicine, telemarketing, and market chain supply through networking for retailers, distributors, to ensure digitization of all records and promote use of demographic databases. To train various departments, schools, colleges, entrepreneurs, and general citizens in IT-related matters for improving their skills to meet the challenges of knowledge economy and promote economic growth. To make the state of Nagaland a major software exporter in Southeast Asian region and make Nagaland one of the richest states in the country. In this field, we are considering heavily the few officers, staffs which we have in the state of Nagaland. They're almost like a researcher. We develop apps ourselves, we develop websites ourselves. We helped various departments free of cost. Something which could have cost crores of rupees, our own in-house experts, we are doing this. To promote high bandwidth data application and electronic services through customer service centers, to integrate all government departments on a single platform through enterprise architecture and enable modern electronic systems like e-cabinet, e-legal, education, all these things. So enterprise architecture is one thing which we are very eager to implement at the shortest possible time. In the country, already Andhra Pradesh has some sort of enterprise architecture, but it is not to the level we are planning. What we are planning is going to be a very advanced, robust enterprise architecture, and if it is successful in Nagaland, it can be incorporated in other northeastern states as well. Our other vision is to strengthen core infrastructure like state data centers, statewide area network, e-districts, national information infrastructure. The sad part is, after the announcement of Digital India in the country, the project called National E-Governance Plan has been scrapped. So other departments, other ministries, like Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, Law and Justice, Agriculture, uh, Home Department, they all have a lot of funds for e-governance project. They are for e-prison, e-court, e-hospital, e-vidan. But the irony is that the IT department, the Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology, is left with no fund. So all the state IT departments, they are struggling so I feel that the industry, the business committee here also, from your part also, you should impress upon the ministry that to implement Digital India program, the Ministry of Electronic Information Technology should have fund. We have a data center, there's no fund for this thing. Now, SWAN, now fund has elapsed. In the street, we are all struggling. All my colleagues from states will agree. So this perhaps is a big blunder done after the announcement of the Digital India. Without this data center, statewide e-district, the functioning of state IT departments in states has no meaning. So this is one area I think we all need to impress upon the ministry. We want to strengthen the networking structure using terrestrial, wireless, aerial, and satellite technologies. Already we have convinced the Ministry of Communication, Department of Telecom, that underground OFC, because of narrow roads, landslides, and poor quality of laying by contractors, it's not going to work, so they have allowed us to go for aerial OFC. We want to enable electronic integrated security systems using electronic equipment such as electric field parameters, microwave coaxial cable system, vehicle identification system, electronic scanner system, electronic explosive detection systems, electronic jammers, CCTV surveillances, with video analytics and command control. We are pursuing IP surveillance base. We have been pursuing this with the Home Ministry. Hopefully one day we'll succeed. We want to bring up a world-class e-governance academy to the state to cater to the needs of northeastern regions and perhaps countries like Bhutan, Nepal, Myanmar, Bangladesh. We have already got the initial approval for this e-governance academy of Nagaland. About 70 crore Niti Aayog has already sanctioned. But since our vision is not to accommodate not only the northeastern Nagaland, but also to look at the requirement of northeastern states, we will be stretching out further. And Niti Aayog is telling us to go for PPP mode. So on 30th of November, for the knowledge part, we are going to sign an MOU with E-Governance Academy of Estonia. And for the other part, infrastructure building, we'll see later. We want to encourage research-related works in IT sector for the youth to bring a robust research and development facility. Now, I'll quickly tell what we are already doing now. Nagaland became the first state in northeastern region to implement Aadhaar-based biometric attendance systems. Normal biometric system has been in place in many states, but Aadhaar-based, it was first put in from Nagaland. All government departments are having Facebook, Twitter. We have made it mandatory. All the government departments are having Facebook and Twitter. And all government departments are having website. And we have also taken a cabinet decision that in private domain it's risky for the government part, so we have all hosted in the state data center. Now, the state has notified e-tendering and procurement as a policy. And all government procurements, nobody can bypass e-tendering now. The state data center is equipped with
web servers, all these things. Nagaland statewide area network, we have implemented successfully. We're trying to expand. Goods and services tax network, also we have helped the Department of Taxes. State portal and state service delivery gateways giving various services. Of that, this and that Nagaland Civil Service service examination, police service, and allied service are being facilitated through online through our system, state portal, and all the scholarships, all those things. E-districts, we have implemented successfully. We are ranked among the #1 in the country, and Umang and Digital Locker is already in place. And we are taking initiative to put all the services on Umang. Currently 5, but the remaining 30 will put on that. And common service centers, we have 268, but ours is all working and they're delivering very good services. This is our CSC picture. And Wi-Fi, Kohima City, the tender has been called. In about 2 months' time, we'll give a comprehensive Wi-Fi coverage to the whole of Kohima town. And STPI is ready. We were slow, but when it comes up, we want to be one of the best in the region. So we are doing quality control over this. This is a view of our software technological park. We have allotted 16,850 square meter, the build-up space. This will be the design when it finally comes up. Then we are trying for in collaboration with Estonia, in which the E-Highway X Road, they have agreed to give it to us. Then e-governance project in the pipeline. E-Governance Academy, the MOU will be signing with Estonia just on 30th November. Other things, infrastructure will slowly move. We got the approval of Niti Aayog. NII, the expansion to cover the districts. Under Niti Aayog, they call it Digital Support Service for States. They have given the approval. Then free space optical communication, Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology, after seeing the success of NII, they are offering us this pilot project. Here, through wireless using optical fiber or optical laser beam, we can transmit data in terms of gigabytes. So far, the other wireless technology we are using is only up to about 750 MB. But in this free space optical communication, we'll be able to transmit data in several gigabytes. This is launching of NII. In that, the architecture, we have made a ring, wireless ring. In the year 2017, the Computer Society of India has given us the Best Performance State Award. And this was the award we received in Coimbatore, in which the ministry additional secretary and other officials were also available. And BPO, we are running the biggest BPO in Northeastern region. This is a very difficult task, but to fulfill the visions of the government of India, we are doing, and so far perhaps ours is the only BPO which is running in a big way. But here, what I want to share with the industry leaders and business is that we are able to get process very easily from United States, from United Kingdom, but it's very difficult to get domestic process. Why? This is one thing we have to ponder about, because so far we have approached telecom companies, other IT companies, but nobody is willing to come. So one way we talk of act is, look is, but it's not happening. So Why foreign are willing? Why domestic process is not coming? This is something we have to think seriously. These are BPO functioning, our agents. In the CSEs rollout, it's a simple concept, but we are showing because our CSEs are running really very, very successfully. There, all these services, we are putting it. Direct trade building. In the insurance kata, we are ranked first at the national level. Insurance kata. Then this in the district also, Dimapur is ranked first in the country. Tunsan is fifth in the country. Kohima, so in the top 10 also, 4 districts are in the country, 4 are there. Telilo, Health Homia also, we are first ranked in the country. Ahead of Karnataka and Punjab. And so what we are trying to do in a small, humble way is to ensure that whatever is planned by the government of India are indeed implemented in reality. Before conclusion, I will play a small video of our BPO.
Business Process Outsourcing BPO Center at Kohima, Nagaland. The Department of Information Technology and Communication, in consortium with MS Infinity Informatic Private Limited, got approval for implementation of a 400-seater BPO from the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology in July 2016 under the Northeast BPO Promotion Scheme.
We are trying to set up the biggest BPO here in the northeast of India. Right now we have around 300 at the moment, and we have about 8 trainers. And since they're all experienced, that works in our benefit as well. We are still growing. Every day we are setting up new machines so that we could take more in. So right now we have a target of 400. Right, we're almost there. It's ready for the process. The government has been very kind to us to provide this beautiful building and also a very huge number of rooms. So, and as you can see, we have all the machines already ready. We have this problem of educated unemployed a lot in Nagaland. So this platform there will be giving a lot of opportunity to them, from their side as well and from our side as well. I cannot thank them enough for this opportunity. I am proud to say that they have improved a lot, very much. So some they were very, very shy, very quiet. But now if you go and talk to the same person, you'll be surprised how confident they are and how well they speak.
The first phase of the BPO was inaugurated by the Chief Secretary of Nagaland on the 27th January 2017. The state of Nagaland was given 400 seats BPO as it was viewed as an emerging IT powerhouse in the northeastern region. Now, with the availability of a large pool of English-speaking scientific and technical talent, the department is hopeful that it can deliver service at par with global standards.
conclusion, I wish to say that the state of Nagaland is having a vision towards making the state of Nagaland the next IT hub of Southeast Asia. So already Guwahati is already the industrial hub, the commercial hub, the cultural hub. I hope they won't mind, Assam won't mind if one hub is given at least to Nagaland. We are working seriously on it. We invite the industries and everyone else to come over for our next Naga Summit on 30th November, wherein we'll showcase our achievements and use the international platform to bring the state of Nagaland truly the next IT hub of Southeast Asia. Thank you.